Does grant writing ever feel like running a marathon while juggling flaming torches? The endless research, tight deadlines, and the pressure to stand out, it's frustrating. And after all that work, there's no guarantee your proposal will get funded. But what if you could cut through the chaos, save hours of work, and actually boost your success rate? That's exactly what AI tools like ChatGPT can do for your grant writing. Think of it as your secret weapon, but one that never runs out of ideas, never complains about the deadlines, and helps you craft stronger, more compelling grant proposals in record time. Today, I'm breaking down exactly how to use ChatGPT for grant writing, including some of my favorite prompts. You'll learn how to write persuasive applications, tailor proposals for specific funders, and catch potential red flags before you submit, all without spending weeks staring at a blank page. As a fundraising coach with 30 years of expertise, I have to admit that I myself can sometimes find grant writing challenging. Some days I struggle to find the right words, some days I'm just burnt out, and other days I even second guess whether my proposal is good enough. But AI is changing everything. So let's dive in to exactly how you can use AI to simplify your grant writing, complete with prompts. Step 1 is priming ChatGPT for grant writing. So here's the thing. AI is only as good as the information you give it. If you just type write a grant proposal, you'll get something generic, vague, and honestly not that helpful. But when you feed ChatGPT the right context, you'll get responses that are sharper, more relevant, and much closer to what you actually need. If you give it clear instructions and all the right background information, it can produce great results. If you don't, it's just guessing. So here's what I do. Take advantage of ChatGPT tools like Uploads, Web Search, and Canvas, or use the Create a Project feature where you can upload key files and overall instructions. This gives AI the context before it even starts generating responses. So what should you upload? Well, past successful grant proposals so ChatGPT can learn your style, program details including descriptions, goals, and expected outcomes, any research, case studies, or statistics around your cause, budgets, financial reports, and impact data, and funder guidelines and priorities so ChatGPT can align your proposal with their expectations. Basically, anything that gives ChatGPT some context and background info. By giving ChatGPT all the puzzle pieces up front, you can assemble a draft that's much stronger from the start. This simple step will save you tons of time and frustration. Now that ChatGPT has the right background info, let's talk about giving it the best possible instructions. The key here is to be clear, detailed, and strategic. I like to think of ChatGPT as that new employee, super capable, but needs guidance to deliver the best results. So the first thing I do is set expectations. I start my prompt by saying something like, you are an expert grant writer with years of experience crafting successful funder-aligned proposals. Your job is to help refine and strengthen this grant application to make it compelling, clear, and competitive. So even though ChatGPT already has our organizational info and our funder details from the uploaded files, I like to remind it of the most important aspects in my prompt. This includes the specific project or program we're requesting funding for, the funder's priorities so it aligns with the language and focus, the voice and tone I want to use, so whether it's professional, casual, or academic, and any word count limits. Now, here's the mistake I see a lot of people making, and that's they ask ChatGPT to generate the entire proposal in one go. And while I can do that, the quality will be generic and underwhelming. Instead, I break it down section by section. So I work on one section at a time. For example, starting with a strong need statement, then refining the program description, then the budget justification, and so on. This way I can focus on making each piece as strong as possible while also making sure the entire proposal flows well and stays funder focused. This approach allows me for better iteration and refinement. If I don't love the first response, I can tweak it. I'll use prompts like, make this need statement more emotionally compelling, or simplify this project description for a general audience, or write this section in a more concise and professional tone, or strengthen the urgency of this section. By treating ChatGPT as a collaborator instead of a one-click solution, you'll get a grant proposal that not only saves you time, but actually increases your chances of winning funding. So here's a few of my other go-to prompts when grant writing with AI. This sounds robotic. Make it sound more natural and human. Or this is too vague. Add more concrete examples or context. Or rewrite this with a more donor-centric focus. One of my favorites, make this sound like it was written by a seasoned grant writer. You can also use ChatGPT to compare different versions of the same section. You could say, give me 2 different versions of this paragraph with varying levels of formality. Okay, now that we've covered refining the outputs, let's move on to using ChatGPT to customize proposals for different funders and maximize your chances of success. But before we move on, I've got to give a massive shout out to our sponsor, Click and Pledge, for making this video possible. If you're managing peer-to-peer campaigns, text-to-give drives, donation pages, or even diving into video or Zoom fundraising, Click and Pledge has your back. With transparent pricing, super fast payouts, rock-solid security, and seamless Salesforce integration, it is the all-in-one fundraising platform that is seriously designed to simplify fundraising from A to Z. I use it, I love it, and I think you will too. And I left a link in the video description, so check them out. Thank you again, Click and Pledge, for sponsoring this video. Now let's dive back in, because another mistake I see nonprofits make is sending the same generic proposal to every funder. Customizing your proposals is a massive must. It shows funders that you understand their mission and that your project aligns with their priorities. ChatGPT makes this easy. You can quickly tailor your proposal to match a funder's specific focus by uploading their information and using prompts like, analyze this funder's website and grant guidelines. What key themes or phrases should I incorporate into my proposal? Or try, rewrite this grant proposal summary to align with the funder's priorities while keeping it persuasive and concise. By mirroring their language and priorities, you make it clear that your nonprofit is the right fit, which increases your chances of success. But customization is just one piece of the puzzle. You also need to catch weaknesses in your proposal before you submit it, and ChatGPT can help with that too. Try this prompt. Critique this grant proposal from the perspective of the funder. What questions might they have? What improvements can I make? This helps you spot vague sections, missing details, or areas where your proposal could be stronger. And here's another way ChatGPT can save you time: speeding up your research. Most proposals require supporting data, statistics, and best practices. Try this. What types of statistics would strengthen a proposal? Or find relevant statistics and cite your sources. But make sure to double check those sources. Sometimes ChatGPT can get things wrong. As with any of our AI outputs, we always want to make sure we fact check and humanize. Now, speaking of data and sources, AI is powerful, but like I said, it's not magic. So here's some other things that you want to watch out for. As I mentioned, always fact check. AI can generate convincing but incorrect information. So double check all statistics and claims before submitting your proposal. And be cautious about what sensitive information that you input into AI tools. Never share proprietary data, donor lists, or personal details about beneficiaries unless you're using a private, secure AI system. And keep your nonprofit's voice. AI can sound robotic at times, so use ChatGPT to enhance your writing, not replace authentic storytelling. So now that you know exactly how to use ChatGPT for grant writing, there's one more thing. ChatGPT is just the beginning. If you really want to take your grant writing and your fundraising next level, you'll need a full AI strategy, one that helps you secure more donations while keeping your processes efficient and effective. So up next is my nonprofit AI playlist packed with videos that cover so much more than just grant writing, from creating your AI policy to using AI for other fundraising and even AI powered video content. If you're serious about making AI work for you and your nonprofit, this is where you need to start. And hey, if this video had helped you, drop me a comment, like it, and if you're new, don't forget to subscribe so you never miss my latest nonprofit strategy. And see you next week.